If there's one silver lining on this whole FTX thing, it's the fact that it poked the bear in Washington. I'm getting countless calls from senators and congressmen and women who are interested in pushing the agenda on policy and regulation around digital payment systems first. And so I think what's going to happen here is we're going to be in a much better place within 12 to 14 months because it's a bipartisan effort.
Kevin O'Leary, the well-known Canadian businessman, investor, and TV personality who is also known as Mr. Wonderful from the TV show Shark Tank. In this video, he discusses the recent troubles faced by the crypto exchange FTX and the potential silver lining of the situation. O'Leary believes that FTX has brought to light that policies and regulations around crypto needs to change, and a lot of the bad actors within the industry will be shaken out in the next couple years. Kevin also believes that there are many positive benefits to crypto, as he will be discussing in this video, so make sure you guys stick around to find out what Kevin is actively looking to invest in and whether or not he still holds Bitcoin after FTX.
Finally, we've got people that are saying, look, we got to stop having these companies blow up. Since you and I last talked, Genesis filed for bankruptcy. They're going to keep going bankrupt because they're so full of rogue players and no-do-gooders and, fraudsters and all this stuff. Everybody's tired of it. It's just setting back the potential of what crypto and digital payment systems can be. So my guess is, Danielle, and I bet you I'm going to be right on this, within 3 years, you're going to see that all of these rogue players and these unregulated, decentralized, exchanges and all this crap is going to be gone. And the players that are here today won't be around because they don't know how to make money in a regulated environment. It's going to be the new disciplined players that come out of the banking system that run the crypto markets, and they'll work within compliance. And it'll be something that'll grow, and I believe will still become the 12th sector of the S&P. But I think our rogue days are behind us. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5 more bankruptcies just to clean it out with all the terrible managers and fraudsters. They'll all be gone. Then everything else will be cleared out, scrape the, like a patina, all the garbage will be gone, and then we can move forward.
When you say there's no longer communication, are you not speaking to SBF? Have there been any communication with him?
No, not at all. I don't think SBF is allowed to talk to anybody anymore, nor any of the management of FTX. The judges shut all that down. The narrative is really about what's going on in the 1.2 billion plus 400 million plus 4.2 billion. These are the amounts that have been found in various jurisdictions. Everybody's talking about, okay, how do we allocate that now to the account holders, the equity holders, if anything? So, I think FTX is behind us. Everybody kind of knows what happened there. I don't think you're going to hear much out of it for a couple of years. I think people are looking at these lawsuits the SEC just put on. They're suing a few of these exchanges. Justice is after a couple. There's some audits going on. Genesis bankruptcy. There's always going to be someone going to zero for a while. So I think the narrative, the market's not even looking at that stuff anymore, Danielle. What's going on are people are focusing on AI. This whole ChatGPT, the Microsoft acquisition, that's where the new focus of the market is in what's next.
Before we move on from crypto here, I just want to get your thoughts on the latest from Charlie Munger. I'm sure you saw the headline that says the U.S. should follow in China's footsteps and ban cryptocurrencies. I mean, no surprise from Munger there. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I know Charlie's position on it. I love that guy because he's a cash flow guy, but that's never going to happen. Bitcoin's never going to go away. Crypto is software. There's nothing nefarious about software. Software didn't do anything wrong. It's the people that were abusing it, misusing it, and frauding with it, and the bad actors. They're going to be gone. I mean, I agree with making them illegal, but not the actual technology, which is very advanced. I'll give you a use case that I think you'd appreciate. This just happened to me this week. So I'm a big watch collector. And there's a new hot watchmaker that just emerged in Switzerland named Simon Brielle. He is smoking hot. He made 12 production watches and then 5 special prototypes. These are going to be what I think he's the next FP Journe. Now, the ability to get one of these pieces, to get one of those 5, he's only going to sell number 3 and 4. So you have to be accepted as a collector. He has to know with certainty that you're going to honor his brand. He's like Picasso. So
wow, where did he come from?
He
Where
came
was
out.
he
He
before?
came out. He was a watchmaker, an apprentice watchmaker, and then he started showing some tendencies towards tremendous style, unbelievable dials, incredible, never seen before pieces of art, stunning, all kinds of innovations that no one's ever seen. Like the gears are made of shark teeth, or they look like little shark teeth working together. Of course, that fits for me, being a shark and all that. But also incredible polishing techniques and this new modeling with gold on the dial, which is unbelievable. The point is, to get that piece, you have to be accepted, and there's only 2 for sale. The first one went to a minister in the United Arab Emirates who's a friend of mine, so he went on my behalf to Simon and introduced me. We did a long 1-hour Zoom. I gave my case. Anyways, I won the ability. I won that number 4. So number 3 and 4, I have number 4. Now I have to pay him. I have to put my down deposit on. So material amount of money.
So you have to make a pitch. You have
I had
to make your pitch.
I had to get on my knees, Danielle, and beg for the piece. I had to beg for the piece.
Oh my goodness.
He
this
accepted
is
me.
crazy.
Now I have to transfer the capital, which is material. Now get this. The SWIFT system, I take US dollars. I got to transfer it to a bank in Zurich. 3 days.
Right.
They got my money for 3 days. They're not paying me any interest. Then I got to transfer the USD into Swiss francs. I get clipped 20 basis points there. And then I got to pay Simon. I'm getting totally screwed. Now, if I had...
Yeah, but you don't care.
Well, I care because I realize if I could just use a digital payment system like USDC or any other one that was regulated, I could send it to in 1 second. And so that's why this innovation is going to happen. And I'm just one use case, but the point is these senators, these governors, now Toomey has retired. We knew he was carrying the digital football until Jan 3rd. Now we have Haggerty's team. He's picking up the baton, and I think he's going to become the go-to senator, kind of hockey sticking through the House. So I'm hoping that we'll get some policy in the next 9-12 months. We'll see.
I want to talk investment strategy as we wrap here. And by the way, I saw that twinkle in your eye when you mentioned gold in relation to the watch, Kevin. But want to talk strategy. And Ray Dalio says cash is more attractive than stocks and bonds on the back of the rising rates here. Your take?
Yeah, I saw Ray's comments. So we are at 38% cash, yielding about 3.2 to 3.8% depending on duration. That's a pretty high amount for us right now. We also put on a 4% Bitcoin position starting in the mid-November after the FTX debacle. We had to reestablish some positions. But obviously, we put them up in Canada under the OSC jurisdiction, which is a completely compliant platform called BitBuy. That's where I hold it. And that is one of my best performing assets. We were buying at just sub 17,000. Here we are at 23. It's been a great performer. Everybody has their own opinion about of any of the cryptos actually. But I think now is a time to be very careful with crypto because Bitcoin, you don't have to have 32 positions. You can have 6 and you get the same volatility. On equities, I'm a little more cautious. I won't buy anything now that doesn't have positive cash flow on all 11 sectors with distributions. I'm hoping to get 6% capital appreciation by year end on the equity plus 2% yield of some kind. Bonds were terrible last year. We're tiptoeing into short duration BBB and above a little bit. I think you got to keep your powder dry. I'm kind of in that Ray camp. 38% cash is a lot of cash. The big decision I'm trying to make today is how much of this chat, AI do I want to buy? It's a smoking hot deal. The valuation's crazy, but I think I have to participate.